So it's not all bad managing Gainsborough Trinity.
Look, I feel as though pre-season we had the results against good opposition, the way we played at home, so people saw it. I think expectations were just perhaps grew a little bit too much too quickly, which is fine. It's the nature of it. But the start we've had, where we've played well in games, but maybe a more experienced centre forward or centre half has sort of stopped us getting enough points for us to be happy. I think hopefully people see where we are as a group. What I'm so pleased about tonight is I watched some young players, and I know I'm not supposed to mention young players all the time, but they are young because they've come through academy football, not men's football. This is their first. They're inexperienced players. I watched them grow tonight. I watched them be demanding of each other. I watched them drive each other on. They weren't accepting of any poor behaviours or poor work ethic. Like they told the mate. I managed the referee tonight. I didn't have to manage the group as much, which it was really pleasing. And that has to be a bare minimum. It has to be every game. But that is probably the most pleasing bit of this evening. Just watching some players that have not played much men's football. They're in their first half a dozen games in adult football. But I saw them behave like adults and did what's required to put in a really gritty, determined performance, which I think we deserve to win.
Like you say, you want players to go out there and leave their all out there. And you can look every player in the eye, and every player can look themselves in the eye and say, I've done myself proud tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think we've perhaps let ourselves down with concentration. Like the commitment, in my opinion, has been there in every game, even when the scoreline perhaps may say otherwise. The lads have tried, but concentration is so big when the ball will come in your box a lot, more than it will do in under 23s football, that's for sure. So you've got to be switched on. Like we conceded a goal today from that situation, and it's a good one because we've won to go. It's the perfect learning opportunity because it doesn't cost us the points. But our concentration's got to be better, and to help you with that, voice, demand, energy, enthusiasm. Like they've got to, it's got to be the way they live, training, warm up, match. Because when you see the more experienced teams, the really good teams that we've played, it is constant. Like Scarborough, for example, on the night they never shut up. Their tails were up and they were playing well, but that's what it needs to look like. And it's something that's it's your decision to behave like that. They can't stop you from talking. So yeah, pleased with watching some players grow and grow in confidence through the 99 minutes or whatever it was.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like it. Just watching, I don't want to single players out for a team performance, but Charlie Jempson, in terms of how he's come in for the last two games at the heart of a defence, he's been strong, he's been tough, rugged, and just the volume coming from him on the pitch, I just think that gave us an extra presence, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. Charlie's a winner. Comes from he comes from good stock, and he's a robust centre half. He's strong. Like there's more to come from him technically. I think like he's a talented boy with his feet, but because of the size of him and the way he plays, you think he's that sort of first contact centre half and aggressive. But he has made a difference. It's been a strange relationship with Charlie to this point. Like I've waited for his opportunity. He's had a couple of injuries that were at the wrong time, and we just waited for a space to open up. Like we had every faith he'd be a good player. I think he'd been a bit frustrated, perhaps with me and his situation, but we know there's a good player in there. I watched a ridiculous amount of Works Uptown videos through the summer to make sure that we got the right type of player that we'd need. But yeah, I'm really pleased for him in the last two games. He has made a difference, and he definitely drives the younger centre halves on either side of him.
But all round, really pleasing. Also, two debuts that can't go without mention.
Yeah.
Waldock, who came in the middle of the park and added that bite and just that extra engine in there.
Yeah, he was good, Liam. Again, more to come. I know he's capable of more than he showed tonight, but as a debut, really solid. I mean, Liam Noble is a top player. Like, he's so talented, and didn't get much change out of our Liam tonight. So pleasing debut. There were a few moments where he looked above the level, like 4 or 5 moments where the grass opened up for him, or he picked a pass or a bit of composure, where I thought, right, yeah, proper player. So pleased with him. And then Brad Grayson, I think he showed in his 70 minutes, whatever it was, like what he is about and what I know about Brad from seeing it and watching it and hearing about it. Like it'll be like that pretty much every week. He plays on the edge. He's willing and able, and yeah, pleased that he got his goal.
And partnerships and relationships are only going to get better the more players play with each other. With games coming so thick and fast, we've only got one training session a week at the moment. When they do eventually settle down and you can work on patterns of play, I just think, this is the start.
Yeah, I agree, Rob, and I appreciate the patience from the supporters, because they would have wanted better results, like all of us. But this just probably takes us away from the bottom bit of the league for now, and something to build on. But we're going to keep improving. Like we will, as you've probably seen tonight, like personnel-wise, we'll improve things as much as we can. But what we've done tonight is a really good, an excellent out of possession performance. Like we can play. We can play. We've shown it in the other 3 home games, I would say. But this type of performance gives you a platform to get the in possession stuff right. So I'm really pleased that we've got a bit of a base now and a bit of a platform to kick on. But I do agree, Rob, we're going to keep improving.
And the trick is taking that form away from home now.
Yeah, we've got to be better. We've been fine away from home. We've just not got anywhere near our maximum level of performance. So I've got to have a real good think about that. They are 2 really tough away games. You see the nature of the division where our Baseford United on Tuesday night, like they didn't have a great start, and then they go and sign 2 excellent players who are going to be really good at the level. So we're going to 2 real challenges, but we'll be ready. We'll be ready. Like we've had a little go at the away games, not quite got it right. So I'll take my learnings. The players will as well, and hopefully we can pick some points up over a really tough double away header.